Hi, I'm Leanna Morris, and I'm going to be speaking with you about survey technology, specifically its uses in the classroom. All right, here's a quick overview. What is survey technology? Origins, examples of survey sites, the top 20 survey sites, variations in these sites, reviews. I'm going to do 3 reviews of 3 different ones, examples and uses, advantages and disadvantages, and then lastly, my reflection. All right, what is survey technology? Survey is a sampling or partial collection of facts, figures, or opinions taken and used to approximate or indicate what a complete collection and analysis might reveal. This definition came directly from dictionary.com. Survey technologies are modern methods of administering surveys and other data collection tools to gain knowledge and opinions on topics relevant to research. Surveys can be used to gather hard data on specific topics or capture broad opinions from the target audience. The word origin actually comes from Middle English, and it means to oversee. And the first known example of an opinion poll was a local straw poll conducted by the Harrisburg Pennsylvanian in 1824, showing Andrew Jackson leading John Quincy Adams by 335 votes to 169 in the contest for the U.S. presidency. What are some examples of survey technology? Well, survey sites allow for the creation of a large variety of questions, responses, including short answer, multiple choice, and essays. These sites range from free for full access through availability only with a membership. And many of these sites provide options for customization when the surveys are created. And most of them provide a link to access the survey, but can also be directly embedded into a already existing web page, such as if a teacher has a page directly specifically for students to access their assignments on, a Facebook page. Some teachers have Twitter where they post the assignments online, and I've even seen teachers have Instagrams where they would post examples, example problems as far as math goes, or maybe you could post essays and such. But these survey sites allow for you to take the link and put it into any of those, but also to put the survey there itself. And here's a list of the top 20 survey sites, and it starts with Poll Daddy as number 1, and then you just go down, and here is like the qualities that landed these sites on this list. Like it says for Poll Daddy, unlimited poll and survey responses, and most of the things it's talking about right here show how they're different. Like this one has collaborating on survey questions, responsive surveys, and then we have the number of responses, and this is like the limit based on many of these is only the limit before you pay for it. You can get more responses on most of these if you pay the monthly fee, and there's the list of those. And where there's no monthly fee, those are free. All right, variations among survey technology services. Like I said, some of them have subscription required, as much as $40 per month, ranging from free to $40. And a lot of them you can get some access for free, but for full access, there is going to be a monthly fee. The responses allowed definitely varies from, you saw anything from 100 to 500. The customization varies on what types of questions you can ask, how many questions, how many surveys you can create, what you can change about the surveys, like the colors, the fonts. The collaboration aspect I found was very interesting because I'm teaching Algebra 2, but I'm not the only teacher teaching Algebra 2 at my school, and we're supposed to be team teaching to make sure that we stay on the same pace for all of the students. And I thought that that would be a very neat tool for us to use as a pre-assessment, at least, at the beginning of the year to see what the students remember from Algebra 1. And with these tools, we could each log on at home without having to be in the same room and create questions and keep or delete questions we like or dislike. And then also, lastly, registration requirements. Some require you to create a full login, name, email, password, and then some of them simply want your email. And we'll go over those in just a moment. All right, now we're going to take a look at 3 of these sites. And as long as we can get this, there we go. All right, I'm logged in already. I tried to get this from the home page, but it wasn't working. So I just went ahead and logged in. But when you pull up the front page to Pull Daddy, it brings up a page that says see, plan list, or start for free. And of course I hit start for free, and this is what it's giving me just to without the monthly fee. And you can see you can upgrade your free account. So here we go. We have surveys, polls, quizzes, and ratings. And I mean, obviously, I feel like these are self-explanatory, but the ratings I also thought was a cool little aspect, because you could be just get your students to do a quick little rating even after class, before they even leave. Get pull their cell phones out and get them to go on and do a rating. How do you feel about what we just learned on a scale of 1 to 5? That would be very useful, and you could get immediate feedback from your students. So we're going to create a survey real quick. And we're just going to name it question. All right. So right here, you have the different types of questions you can ask. And we have free text, which we'll just put question 1. And then they could put in an answer. And then we'll do question 2. And then A, B. All right. And then say you want a ranking one. Okay. And A, B. All right. So that looks good to me. Let's save our questions. And then here they are. And then here you can adjust what you want your survey to look like. There's different, let's just keep that one. Save style settings. And here it brings up your link. And you can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter, like I was talking about earlier, how many teachers use social media to be in contact with their students and to like give assignments or to remind them of their assignments. Or you could just take this and go right here, and it takes you right there. And we're gonna switch these around. That's as easy as it is. It just sent that information directly to my account with Pull Daddy, so I can view the survey information as people answer it. All right, so that's Pull Daddy. Now we're going to go to Survey Maker. And this is the one that only requires your email address. I haven't created an account because I wanted to show you how simple this one was. I have question put in for the title. You can add a cover page. It has poll, open question, message, picture choices, file upload, numbers, matrix. I thought that this one was really cool for teachers of younger students. I know I read that some of y'all teach elementary and down, and I felt like this was really cool if you were learning new vocabulary words, like what does this word mean, because you could put a picture associated with it, or even things such as teaching Spanish. You could have a picture and like type in the Spanish word for this picture. Alright, so we'll put question 1. Okay, and then we'll do We'll just do open question. Solve for X. Alright. And then I put my email in, and it's going to create the survey. We can look at it, we can change what it looks like, and hit continue. I'm not sure why this is a problem I've been having with this site. Sometimes it won't bring it up, but this one usually will bring up the link for the survey you just created, and also this one has the code to embed it into a web page that already exists. But like I said, this one I'm having a few problems with getting it to come up every time because it keeps having an issue, which it did not the first several times I messed around with it, but for some reason it keeps doing this. So we'll go on to Survey Planet, and I've logged in already because I was having issues getting it to log on. So this one, it just requires you to create an account before you can create a survey. So we're going to go ahead. I've already logged in and created an account. It doesn't charge you anything. This is what I get for free. I'm going to create a new survey. We're just going to stick to our usual and hit question. This one, you can make them put in their email. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put optional, and you can put a welcome message, like, we'll just do this. Alright. And then this one is really cool to me. This one is definitely my favorite. You have these, over here is where you type the question in, and it has all of these. You have essay, scale, form, scoring, range, date, time, image choice. It's just, there's so many different options here, and then you have the advanced options, and I'll just type in something real quick. Question type, multiple choice, and then I'll save question. Go to my surveys, and there it is. And it has 0 responses. I'll activate it, and here is where I can share it. It has all these options down here. This one I felt like was the most useful and most user-friendly, and it's the one that I would recommend. And here I just wanted to give like an example if you weren't sure how you could use this. Here's a really good question, or a few questions that gives the teacher direct feedback on how they did that day and how the students feel about what they're learning. Alright, uses in the classroom. It's easily accessible at home or in the classroom for most students. It includes the students in creating lesson plans, in that you can know, did they learn anything from the way I taught this? Do I need to change that up? Using surveys, you can assess knowledge and understanding. You can allow for students to feel comfortable without the pressure because they're not in front of anyone taking these quizzes or answering these questions. Submitting assignments paper free if you want to use it for quizzes. And it gives you direct feedback, which I think is the most useful part of this. Advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are definitely the student involvement, feedback. They can submit it anonymously, like you don't have to know that it's them that had a hard time, and they may feel more comfortable telling you that way. But a few disadvantages are that not all students have access to this, to the internet, and some of them may not want to participate. And then because it is anonymous, sometimes that encourages dishonesty. Alright, and I just wanted to include my reflection. This was such a great thing that I was learning so much more about, and I definitely plan to use it this coming year to assess like how well my students are picking up what I'm teaching them and how I can change my classroom for the better. And there's my bibliography. Thank you.